You know what I found myself doing a ton of lately? Ranking videos. I greatly enjoy going through a bunch of levels in a game or entries in a franchise to find out which ones are the worst and which ones are the best. And it just so happens that every ranking I've done for the past 3 years has been of the Nintendo variety. I'm a big Nintendo fan, as you can tell. I am in love with so many of their games and franchises, hence why I've ranked so many of each series games or parts of games from worst to best, and will do more of said rankings in the future, be they smaller like the Splatoon map rankings, or bigger like the Fire Emblem and Zelda rankings. Today, however, I'm biting the bullet. I'm going straight to the biggest ranking of all. I may not be fully ready for it, but I don't care. I'm gonna go right ahead and rank every Nintendo franchise by their memes! I love laughing at a good meme, unless it's from a corporation trying to be hip with the kids. That sucks, bro. And just like all things online, Nintendo has spawned many memes of their own, from the golden age of the internet until now. Today, I decided to go out of my way to place each series onto a tier list based on how funny I find their funniest memes. Let's start out by throwing away the neglected children with no memes, just as Nintendo would. Anyway, on with the poster boy and cash cow of Nintendo himself, Mario! And his various sub-series. Being such a big cultural icon, Mario's seen a wide variety of memes, ranging from meta jokes to creepypastas to brain rot. He's had so many that I'll be ranking not just his main series, but also a few of his spin-off series. His arguable most iconic memes come from the cartoons and Hotel Mario, but for the purposes of this video, I'll be skipping over them. No worries, retro YouTube poop fans, you'll get your chance to shine in this video. Anyway, starting with the main series, there's quite a few options. There's The Princess is in Another Castle from SMB1, a line so frustratingly iconic it was referenced as early as Mario 3, as well as You Can Now Play as Luigi from Galaxy, which always comes right after a bittersweet fade to black. Personally, I'll be going with Super Mario 64 edits. These are clips edited to feature the UI and sounds of Mario 64 to make it appear as if they came from someone playing that game. Mario 64 is an iconic game, so it's quite easy to get the jokes, and seeing the game's effects placed over wacky or unrelated clips can be funny. It's a solid exhale. Next up is Mario Kart, and come on, I just have to use the Luigi death stare. Luigi's badass glare as he drives past a struggling racer who is clearly beneath him is just glorious. It took the world by storm in its heyday, to the point where Nintendo themselves referenced it in Color Trash. It's very funny, deserving some Reddit gold. Moving on to Paper Mario, any meme shitting on the modern games is a good meme in my book. Also, the angriest comment thread on YouTube is very funny too. Paper Mario goes an upvote. Its sister, or in this case brother series, Mario and Luigi, already had quite a few funny memes for the longest time. But in early 2023, we got a meme of the decade contender. Mario and Luigi versus Sephiroth. Oh man, all the quote retweets about the brothers dodging Sephiroth's deadliest attacks and countering with their most batshit insane bros attacks were absolute kino. Acquire, add Sephiroth as a secret boss if you do another Mario and Luigi. You made a few games for Square Enix, you can totally work out the rights. Mario Party gave us the birth of Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing, still a fairly popular trend on YouTube. Exhale. And as for the sports games, all I could really find was this poorly worded promotional tweet for that Mario Strikers game.
Bowser is going to thrust his hot balls in your direction.
Upvote. We're not out of Mario's woods yet, however, since we've still got a few of his friends' own series to bring up. First up, Yoshi. He's guilty of tax fraud, apparently. I have no idea how this joke started, yet I still find it funny after all these years. I guess flower garden memes can be funny too. Upvote. Moving on to Donkey Kong. This big monkey's basically a meme in of himself. Seriously, look at him. Does this not look like the face of mercy? Anyway, between all the disappointed Kongs and uncanniness of the cartoon's mocap, there is only one DK meme I could ever go with.
Expand dog.
A simple rearranging of letters in the DK64 box spelling out an erection joke complete with DK's cursed face was so awe-inspiring and captivating that it basically created a new genre of memes of its own. Absolute keynote, no notes. Last but not least is Wario.
They took my ass! I can't shit!
Upvote. Next, The Legend of Zelda, one of the best video game franchises out there. And what better meme to represent Zelda than the CDI games? Their impeccable cutscenes, blessed with bad voice acting and worse animation, have been subject to YouTube poops for years. I know the CDI games aren't technically Nintendo, but for basically creating a genre, they deserve no less than Reddit gold. Seriously, someone managed to make Morshu recite the entire Bible by sentence mixing his only 2 scenes. scenes. That's some serious dedication right there. Pokemon. Oh boy, my favorite franchise. But trust me, if you look past Pokemans and 4chaners justifying wanting to f animals, there are some decently funny memes. Scarlet and Violet are notoriously full of glitches, including one where your bike turns invisible, basically turning you into Crazy Frog. People putting Axel F over the clip is the cherry on top. Even better is this hacked screenshot where the game asks, kill this person? Okay, Pokemon, you get an upvote just this once. Kirby, 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 that's a name you should know. Contrary to the next lyric, he is not, in fact, the star of the show when it comes to its memes. That honor instead goes to King DDD. From his goofy DD design and facial expressions to his hilarious southern accent in the anime, he's a massive meme lord on his own, spawning some DD-delightful jokes and remixes of his theme. As a true king, he DD deserves gold. Next up, we have Metroid. Are there any significant Metroid memes? I guess there's Ridley being too big for Smash for the longest time, as well as this funny compilation of clips with Super Metroid sound effects placed over them, but yeah, I don't know. Great as this franchise is, its memes kinda leave a bit to be desired. Hopefully the next series picks up the slack. Oh god damn it! Fire Emblem memes are a special breed. There have been so many memes spanning all across the series, and they're generally so ungodly unfunny, to the point where they loop back around to being the funniest imaginable. There are tons of examples I could go with. We Need Disguises from Blazing Sword, Radiant Dawn's 313 Archer, Fates and Heroes weird ass Tumblr memes, whatever the the Three Houses fans decided to laugh at this week, but in the end, there is only one hilariously unfunny meme I could have gone with. One that I still laugh at, despite how tone-deaf, lazy, and overdone it is. Spoiler warning for Genealogy of the Holy War. It's the barbecue. The most shocking, pivotal moment from the darkest Fire Emblem story should not be memed on this much. Yet whenever I see Arvis next to a grill, I can't help but laugh. I know I shouldn't because it's making fun of the initial main character's brutal demise, but come on. This should be in stone face, maybe even lower. But I'm putting it in gold. I can't help it. Let's move on to some short ones from Forgotten Series. F-Zero.
Falcon Punch!
Upvote. I don't think I need to elaborate. Star Fox.
Do a barrel roll!
It's a classic. Exhale. Mother/Earthbound.
Help 4 Wonder Kids save the planet from hideous Sans' nest. Venture through 8 mysterious Sans' nests to gain Sans' nest and put an end to the interstellar Sans' nest. Beware, the ultimate test is the encounter with the powerful Sans' nest.
That's comedy gold right there. This series' memes are pure brain rot. I have no idea what they mean half the time, yet I still laugh at them for no reason. And nothing proves my point more than the time Pikmin fans forked over the money to display a bunch of Pikmin memes in Times Square to get people to buy Pikmin 4. From Bulbmin to Fiddlebur cameos to Olimar throwing it back as he tells New York to buy Pikmin 4. This was the best time to be a Pikmin fan, and it wasn't just because of 4. Kino. Moving on to Animal Crossing. Its most popular meme is literally just pornography. That's cringe. Being the home of so much nostalgia for my generation, the Wii/Me series has birthed quite a few memes. The one I acknowledge most is the god of Wii boxing, Matt. Truly a cosmic entity who could level Goku in the middle of a black hole. Exhale.
The Xenoblade.
Xenoblade 1's memes are brain rot. Maybe not to the same extent as Pikmin, but all the YouTube poops and sentence mixing to come for this game are just so funny to me for no real reason. Also, I guess I'm really feeling it got so big Nintendo and Monolith referenced it themselves a few times, but that's a bit overdone. Especially since we're not even pulling our main example from 1. Xenoblade 2 also has some memes of its own, like Race Car Rex, Thank You Can Take Me! And whatever bullshit Donkey's fans try to make up about the game. Anyway, my exhibit is a 3-second clip from a small YouTuber, the Red Groove channel, simply called Rex No.
So that's the world trip.
Look, I know you're not supposed to laugh about 9/11 on behalf of the 3,000 or so lives lost, but come on. The clear implication, the perfect cutoff, it would be flawless if it weren't for the subtitles giving it away. But they're kinda needed for Xenoblade 2 anyway. As it stands,
It's Kino.
Oh great, I gotta talk about Splatoon for the upteenth time. What seems like a quirky, colorful game about squid kids shooting paintball on the surface has quite the sinister interior. Between Splat Tim, the terrible SFM videos, and all the mocking of the game's numerous flaws, there is one meme only the bravest dare to dissect. Sheldon's Maze. The Lost Splatoon 1 special everyone hated. Only the most dedicated of Splatoon 1 veterans understand the true horrors unleashed by this special. It was so traumatizing, so horrifically designed that it was quickly removed from not just the game, but also much of the player base's memories. Yet they could never remove the permanent stain it left on Squidkind. If you want to know more about this horrific tale, watch this video by Anxious. As evil as it feels, I must give this trap gold. Chibi Robo. All they have is Scott the Woz throwing Ziplash into the toilet. Upvote. Next up.
Oh, mommy. Smash.
So many memes about how this fighter should have gotten in over that fighter, this fighter being too broken, mischaracterization, Fire Emblem and Xenoblade not being allowed to exist for some reason. Anyway, what's the best Smash meme?
Wombo combo! That ain't Falco! That ain't Falco!
Yeah, that's still hype after 16 years. Upvote. With that, there is one series we have yet to cover. Kid Icarus. I know what you're thinking. How could this series have any big memes? I mean, it's only ever had 3 games. Until you consider that Kid Icarus Uprising in of itself is a meme. It balances between an action-packed beat-em-up on the top screen with a witty, charming, hilarious sitcom on the bottom screen. It is a game that should not work, but it does. There are so many funny moments from this game to the point where they could get a tier list of their own. And for all that, this game is too good to be Kino. It is truly holy. Well, there you have it, folks. Now you know just how good and less than good each Nintendo franchise is in terms of memes. Memes are truly an art form, making the whole internet go around. They can give us a quick laugh or teach us a valuable lesson. When your creation is significant enough to spawn such memes, that's a sign you've made it as an artist. And the sheer amount of memes Nintendo has spawned for multiple decades makes it clear just how big of an impact they've made on pop culture. We truly wouldn't be the same without them. Anyway, time to finally rest after making the biggest video of my career. Oh crap, would you look at the time? I have less than 2 months to finish editing my...